years before I became president, the 12 Republican years, for the first time in American history, we went from a $1 trillion debt to a $4 trillion national debt. And it worked the first time we did it in the 80s because we never had a permanent government stimulus before in a time of economic growth. The problem is, by the time I ran for president, interest rates were so high, the economy was choking, and things were cratering. So it took me 4 years to balance the budget. Then I gave you 4 surpluses, paid $600 billion down on the national debt. This is important, folks. You need to talk to people who aren't here. I don't want cheerleading. I want you to win. This is a matter of the evidence. We paid 4 years, $600 billion down on the national debt. I left the incoming president a $230 billion surplus and a plan that would have us completely out of debt by 2015 for the first time since 1832. No more borrowing money from countries like China that we can't enforce our trade laws against because we got our hand out every month. Okay? So what happened? And we did it with a group, and Patty was there every step of the way. We did it with a rule called pay-go, pay as you go. It's a simple little rule. It's the way you run your life. Basically said, if Bill Clinton wants to do, I'll give you an example, something I want to do. If you want to have after-school programs for kids in poor neighborhoods because they forget a lot of what they learn, they need supports, they don't get it at home, you got to find the money to pay for it. You either have to raise revenues or stop doing something else so you can do this. You just make it pay. Anytime there's economic growth, that's what you do. That's how we did this. So then I left office. You know what the very first thing they did was? To repeal the pay-go rule. So you hear these people talking about the deficit, say, give me a break. You repealed arithmetic. You had a plan to balance the budget and get rid of the debt, and you repealed arithmetic. They got rid of it. Yeah. So they doubled the debt of the country before the financial meltdown. And now they're attacking Senator Murray and everybody else for voting for this stimulus. Well, again, I hope I have some credibility. I gave you 4 surpluses. I paid $600 billion on the debt. I also gave you the smallest federal workforce since Dwight Eisenhower was president by using the technology developed in no small measure in Washington State and other places around the world. We made technology work, but we didn't fire a bunch of people. We just slowly let attrition occur and put the money into education, into scientific research, into the jobs of the future. And we gained manufacturing jobs in 6 of the 8 years I was president. We lost manufacturing jobs in all 8 years afterward, because if you got your hand out to your major trading partners, you cannot enforce your trade laws. Now, those are the facts.